if you're doing organic, I'll just type it in the chat. So let's say 20 to 30 combos an hour max is what you can do. Okay. That's the shittiest way. Upside of that is you're not spending money. Downside is it takes the most time.
Yep. And
Okay.
I'm out of time.
So you kind of have to decide on that. Typically what you're going to be looking for, if you do, this could vary. If you do 100 combos, let's give you like a range. So if you did 100 conversations in a day, so when I say a combo, meaning you start a combo, not like responding, stuff like that, just starting. Okay. So if you did 20 an hour and you do, let's be conservative. You do 4 hours a day, 20 an hour. So it's about 80 a day. I will tell people you're looking like 10 to 30 combos. The closer to 10, you probably have a messaging issue or like people are not opening it, one of the two. Closer to 30, that's pretty damn good. Right. So I would say 30 is on like, you're doing pretty damn good with your messages. 10 is like maybe that you're not getting enough opens or saying weird shit. 20 is like, I'd say you're fine, right? It's like kind of in the average. You're not good, you're not terrible, you're average. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's really what you should be doing with your time. Now, in between there, you're having set calls or you're having sales calls, obviously. But if you don't have any calls, then that's all you're doing. Okay. Now, the other way to do it is boosted posts. Now, the reason you would do boosted posts is you're trying to get conversations that are more warmed up and primed. Okay.
Can I ask a question about that? Because so I guess I didn't explain full transparency. Sorry to interrupt. I literally could even share with you my screen. I ran the ads for the leads, but even from watching your material, that's bullshit. I should have just been sending them to a messenger all on when I run the ads on Facebook. I wasted probably thousands of, well, at least 1,000 plus in ads. And I feel like I boosted the post the wrong way before. So I saw on
Were you boosting it or were you running from the ads manager? It's different.
Well, I thought that the boost didn't work because I never got taught the correct way. So I was boosting and I get tons of likes and engagement and reach out that way organically. But I haven't done your system of the 5 guys post, or what was it? The 3-leg post you had in the.
Yeah, I'll show you. Yeah. So, okay. So you got a couple things you can do. You're good, dude. Dude, it's not, and like, don't stress. Like this is how life works. You're learning. It's all good.
Yeah.
So first thing is this. So if you do a boosted post, the reason I like boosted posts is boosted posts are a cheaper way to get traffic, right? So if you do a DM, like let's say you did a messenger ad, you're going to pay usually 10, 15 bucks a lead. So it's a lot more expensive. Okay. When you do a boosted post, typically you want the boosted post, like you're going to click down here. Now for you, typically I'll tell people to do a 5 guys post and you're going to get this recording. So don't stress. You don't have to write anything down. You'll get the recording. So you can do a 5 guys. So I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but basically it's just like, hey, I'm looking for 5 people who want to lose 20 pounds in the next 5 days without giving up donuts, right? It's like this up here. Okay. 100%. So that's typically what you want your post to be, whether it's a video or text. I would test it, but a lot of times text is better. And when I say text, I mean like on Facebook, if I say, I love Twinkies and it like has it's just the words, that's what I mean by text. Okay. Yeah. So what I would recommend you do is you do something like that. And at the bottom, you say comment. And the reason you want them to comment is it's easy to go to that post and then you know who to message. You don't really want to tell people to message you. I don't see it work as well. You're just like comment monkeys or comment whatever. And then you just every day check it and you just message people off the comments. It's great. Okay.
So you're saying even just put a post like that and like remove it from my profile grid, or just like that's that simple? Because I guess
bro, like I'll show you like this, like I'll literally show you. So like I'll show you on Facebook. Look,
because I think I wasn't giving you enough context. Like I've done there was even a couple posts. I feel like you commented on this one when you tried to like get me to your program. Like when I was,
you see this?
Yep, perfect.
You'd be like this. You'd be like this. I'm looking for 5 people who want to lose 20 pounds, in the next, 40 days while eating donuts or whatever. And again, like it just needs to follow that premise. And then you would post this, or you could take a screenshot and you put it on your Instagram. And the reason I like it is it's really quick for people to watch and they don't have to see a whole video.
Yep.
Right. So then when we go back to the boosted posts, there's 2 ways to boost the post, right? You can do profile visits, or you can do messages. Don't do website visits. That's stupid. Don't do that. So what I typically will tell someone is, let's say your budget is 10 bucks a day. Okay. So typically what you're going to get is it's going to be 10 cents to 20 cents per profile visit. Now, keep in mind, if they visit your profile, that doesn't mean they actually took an action. They could have just visited and clicked off. What I'm looking for is typically 1 out of 10 people minimum are going to comment, like, follow you, whatever. So that's why if you do a Five Guys post and you say comment down below, the goal is that at least 1 out of 10 people will, which means you're paying $1 a lead, basically. Super cheap. Okay. Perfect. Now, the second part is if your budget is $10 a day, I'd recommend maybe you run like, between $5 to $7 on profile visits. The other $2 to $3 I do for messages. Now people go, well, Tanner, why? Messages are more expensive. The reason you do messages though, is you can see if the audience you're targeting is good quality, right? Because if you're just getting quality, it's kind of hard to tell. Now, if you're only targeting one audience, guess what? You don't really have to do messages technically because you're only targeting one thing. But if you're targeting multiple audiences or you're doing multiple posts, I would recommend you do that. To start, if you're like, hey, I'm only testing one audience, so when I come over here, if you're only testing, let's say, Gary Vaynerchuk, or you test like high net come in worth, if you're getting bad comments, you can kind of tell like, hey, I probably should change the targeting, right? But it's a good way to gauge it as you spend more. In the beginning, it's not necessary, but as my clients scale, they'll have like 5 posts that they're boosting. And so they're trying to kind of audit the quality. And so what happens when someone clicks on message is it usually will pop up the picture of the post and you can see which post and which audience that message is coming from. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, because that was the biggest thing is that I've been spending money on ads. So I've done Facebook posts, Instagram boosts, all that stuff. Like I said, should have done.
I would only do boosts. Like it's so. Have you ran out of the ads manager?
I have. That's just complicated, and I understand.
Don't do that right now. It's too complex for you. Don't do that. It's too much, and you have to have funnels and all this other shit. So only.
I need your funnels course too. Like I bought. Sorry to interrupt you. I bought that. I'm waiting for my call with kind of, or even to like tell me like, hey, let's do this.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. So all you should be doing is either organic. Organic is you do organic if you don't have cash or you don't want to spend it, or you think your skill is low, meaning you're not good at talking to people. If you feel you're good at talking to people, then I would suggest you do boosted posts because you could just go, hey, I'm going to spend $10 a day. That's $300 a month. That's nothing.
Nothing.
Hardly anything. And if you got some of those people in your combos, then when you come home and you have 4 to 5 hours, instead of spending all this time finding leads, you come down here to your comment section and you just start hitting them, right? You just start hitting them. And if you want more, then what do? You spend more, right? You just go from $10 a day to 20 or 30 or 40 or 50. Okay.
So $10 a day, usually like I can do $10 a day.
It's however much you want to spend. So what I do is I go, how much money am I willing to risk? And divide that by 30. So if you're like, I'm willing to risk $1,000, then I do 1,000 divided by 30. That's what I spend per day. If you're willing to risk $500, but typically it's like the lowest I would recommend is 10. Because if you don't even spend 10, I'm like, I just feel like it's so slow, bro. Like you'll get like hardly any leads, right?
It's not oh, even before I took your courses, like I said, I found that like if you're not going to spend at least $7 to $10 a day, it's like, why are you even doing
it's like, dude, I mean, you get 1 lead a day, right? So the benefit with boosted posts is they're going to go a lot farther. If you spend $10 a day on Facebook ads, like the manager, you're going to get 1 person a day. With this, the goal is with profile visits is you could get maybe 10 people a day, which is a hell of a lot more leads, right?
So even like on my profile, like we get at least 5 to 10 follows a day, and I'm hitting those people like crazy. Like my girl right now, she's like, "Are you psycho?" I'm like, "Yes." Like, and I don't care. Some of them have signed up because they think I'm cute. I'm like, "Babe, I don't care. I'm taking their money." Like,
yeah, great. Great. Okay, so that's good. So you can do organic or boosted posts. I would recommend if you have the cash to spend it on boosted posts because you'll get a faster result. You'll build confidence. You'll see it's working. There's a lot of good that can come from it. You only want to do organic if you're trying to build the skill or you want to do it in conjunction. So maybe you do like, hey, I'm going to have the boosted post plus organic. It's up to you. But at the end of the day, what matters? The more conversations you have, the more calls you'll have, the more sales you'll have.
So 2 questions off that. One, so on the boosted post for the Instagram, is it going to be a story or an actual like legitimate post?
No, it's a post. Like this is an actual post. So like you can see like this was on my timeline and then the bottom right-hand corner, if you're looking at my screen,
it's a boost,
Yeah, you just click right there. And
And then,
the benefit of this is it's cost effective. You don't need a funnel. You don't need tracking. You don't need pixels. All you got to do is boost it, and then you just have conversations. That's it.
right.
It's
So
simple.
what I'm saying is in the post, though, like I have a lot of professional content like you're saying the post should just be in black and white and then boost that one.
Well, you can do whatever you want, but if you're looking to get people who are going to buy, what I would recommend is you do a Five Guys post. So for example, like I just what I showed you on Facebook, I'd have a post where it's only text and it's like, I'm looking for 5 people who want to whatever, right? It's just like this, who want to blank in the next blank without blank. And then you put, if that's you, right?
Yep.
And then if you can add it, you go comment, like after this, you put comment 5 down below. And then when you post it on Instagram, your caption would be like the same thing. I'm looking for 5 people who want to blank in the next blank days without blank. Comment X below for details. And then you start messaging people. And the reason you do that is because if you just boost a regular post like this is a bad example. But if I just boost a post that says Thailand's unreal, they're not going to comment. That's shit.
No.
Does that make sense?
100%. So my next question was, to get ahead of myself, is like, can I share with you my screen, because I want to show you my bank balance and like where I'm at, and like I need you to be like, bro, done, go all in with this money and do this, or like I know I'm supposed to meet with her and get more to one-to-one coaching,
Yeah.
and I know it'll like fix my business. I have full faith in you guys, but I do want to show you like where I'm at, so you could be like, yo, dumbass, like more volume, or like you suck right now.
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
Because like I said, I feel like I came to you finally because I was like, dude, why did I not do this 3 years ago?
But I mean, I don't know what it matters what's in your account. I mean, I can look, but at the end of the day, I mean, I think it's
No, because I just want to show you like where my business is at, and like you'd be like, yeah, dude, like keep pumping these posts and like let's go. Like this is like, I just want to be fully transparent with you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and the reason I just wanted to show you my Stripe and stuff, because like I said, I feel like, again, correct me if I'm wrong, say like, no, bro, you have a lot of work to go. I feel like I'm on the precipice, which is why I finally hired you, because it's like, even today I was in the coaching call with like a lot of these people are insecure. They don't want to do sales. Like I just feel like they're like trying to get started, and I'm like, no, like I'm already here. Like I have simple systems. I mean, I don't know if you know, I had websites, but yeah, I used to be like 23K, 20K, and I'm just, like I said, right now I'm just, averaging a little.
I mean, I don't know what your expenses are per month. What's your expenses?
Like maybe 4 to 5 G's a month.
Okay, so I mean, and so I mean, you got about 15K, and you're spending 4 of it. And then how much do you make per month?
I'm only gonna do, probably on Stripe, I'm gonna do about 7,200 this month, and it's going down because I'm starting this business. Like I told all my clients, I'm like, look, I've been just
okay. Did you pay us in full, or do you have payment? Is it a payment plan?
Oh no, I gave you a credit card. I gave you guys, you're all good to go.
Okay, so are you, but you're good, meaning you're not paying us monthly right now. Like you've paid, you're done.
No, I paid the up front. I was like, dude, I'll do whatever it takes.
Okay, cool. Okay, so are you in ELA or what are you in?
I'm in. I don't, honestly, man, like full transparency.
Is it 30 days or is it 16 weeks?
30.
Yeah, okay, you're in ELA. So what I'd recommend you do is, you're good on cash. So what I would recommend you do is, like I said, you come up with the number that you're okay to lose if you didn't make a single sale, right? So like whatever the number is, it doesn't matter. If you're like 1,000, the higher the number. You just have to, I mean, I can't make that decision for you. I don't know how good you are, but you have 2 paths. You do organic, which is you're reaching out to cold DMs, and that's the slowest, but it's the safest, meaning all you're spending is time, you're not risking any money, but it's not the best leads, or it's harder, it takes more skill because they don't know who you are. What I would recommend you do is, you have 4 to 5 hours a day. If you're confident that you can close the deal if you get them on the phone, then I would do a mixture of cold DMs and boosted posts, because you can run boosted posts and you can hit those people up, but you're probably only going to have so many leads a day. So once you run through that, you have nothing else to do. So I would do a mix. I would spend part of your time doing cold DMs and part of your time doing boosted posts. Now with boosted posts, it comes down to how much you're willing to lose. Like I said, it's a numbers game. So I'm going to type it in the chat. If you're doing, let's say you spent, let's just do 1,000. Okay. So if you did 1,000 a month, if you do 1,000 divided by 30, that's 33 bucks a day. Okay. So $33 a day. So let's say it's 20 cents per, I don't know what's going to be per comment, but let's just say it's $1 per comment. Let's go higher. I don't know. Let's say it's $3 a comment. I don't know, but let's just say. So let's say per day you get 10 leads a day, okay, who comment on that post. Well, that's not going to take you a lot of time to get through there, right? So once you hit those leads and you push them to calls, then the rest of the time you could spend on cold DMs. Now, if you have more cash and you're like, hey, I'm really good at this, I want to speed it up, then you just up the number. It's that simple. Everything else you're overcomplicating. All we are trying to do is create as many conversations to get as many sales calls to make as much money as we can. How fast that process works is going to come down to your ability. So how good are you on messaging? 1 to 10, I don't know where you are. If you're a 5, you're going to need a lot more leads, and you're going to probably not want to be as aggressive. If you're an 8, you can be more aggressive. That's what they're going to be helping you with. They're going to be looking at your messaging. They're going to be looking at your combos. They're going to help you with that. I don't know where you rank. So you just have to go ahead.
Go on. No, sorry, I didn't want to.
You're good. You're good. You just have to be brutally honest with yourself. And dude, the thing is, it's not really that big a deal. The big thing I don't want you to do is overthink. Like, you seem a little stressed and anxious. It's not that big of a deal. It will work. It's just one is faster and one is slower. One is you're risking money. One is you're risking time. That's it. It's not some magical formula. A lot of clients, we want to get them to boosted post faster because usually they'll get a faster result and it builds confidence, right? Because if you do it and it works, what happens?
Yeah, the brain is like,
and as you build confidence, what happens? You take more action. What happens is you take more action, you get more results. It's called the confidence loop, right? So a lot of people, they don't have confidence. And so you're taking action, but you're not confident. So what we're trying to do is, hey, we want to get this guy a result quickly so it builds confidence so he'll take more action.
Yeah. So you're saying even right now, don't worry about, because I have a VA and like, I'm really even excited, full transparency, like the funnel that I bought for the Elite 360Os, it's better than my other CRM software. And I really feel that.
You don't do it right now. No.
Yeah.
All you're going to do is you're going to message you're going to do cold DMs, or you're going to do boosted posts. And the boosted post I would do is a 5 guys. Okay. Now another type of boosted post, we'll wrap on this. And then if you have questions, is you can do a 2-step. Again, I'm going to send you this recording. Okay. So this is a 2-step. So it doesn't have to be this good, but this is an example of a 2-step. I compiled a document with the most important things from $100 million leads by Alex Hormozi. It's a 27-page document with only the most actionable stuff. Took me a long time to make it. If you want it, share this post, screenshot your share. You can ask whatever you want, but the reason I ask for shares is it gets more people to see it, and then I get more comments, right? Then I go drop in the comment section. Myself or my team will send you the most notes via DM. Now on Instagram, they can't post pictures. So if it was Instagram, I would just say, share this post and then send me a DM that you shared it, right? Something like that. Yeah. And then what happened is you could see like this was like in October, it's getting more and more still. It's my pin post on my Facebook. So that's all I would do, bro. I mean, and then from there, yeah, I don't even think you need this part. Oh, this is a 2-step script. So what you would do is if you did this post and they commented, you reach out, like, hey, I saw you commented for XYZ training. Did you get that or you still need it? And they're always going to say yes. And then you send it, you're like, no problem. Here's the link. And then you go, also, by the way, are you working on fitness goals? And then you go through the script. Now, a typical script, when you're talking to someone for fitness, I'll type it in the chat, is you go, what's the goal, right? So it's usually, what's the goal? What's the struggle? What have you tried before? Have you ever had a coach? And then from there, if they're like, you ever had a coach? And then I'll say something to the effect of, it depends if it's do you know what the difference is between a 1-call or 2-call close or like a triage call?
Yeah, Tanner, full transparency, before I bought your course, I've literally been like, bro, I sound like you on a call. Like, it's to the point where like, I've watched, like I'm scrolling so much, I'm doing everything you do. I'm like, oh yeah, like even today, the call I closed, I'm like, what do you mean you're not sure? Call me and tell me about that. All right, cool. Let's get back on the phone. Cause
then dude, to be frank, I think you're overthinking it. Like, all you need to do is in your spare time is you do boosted posts and you do cold DMs. And then you do that until you make enough cash. And then when you take the cash, you put it back into it. And then as you continue to up the spend, you'll make more money than you do at your in-person job. Then you quit the in-person job and you go all in on this. It's not, there's nothing complex. I think you want to win and you want to succeed, and I can tell, but you're overthinking it. Like it's hard, but it's simple. This is like digging a hole with a shovel. So you know what to do. You just need to go dig the hole. That's it. There's nothing. You don't need the funnel. You don't need pixels. You don't need an Elite 360. And that's great if you bought it. But to be frank with you, Ben, my COO, will get mad if I say it, but it's like where you're at, you don't need it right now. You're good. And then once the business is up and moving and you have consistency, eventually you have to run ads out of ads manager. Why? Because you'll get a DM block eventually. There's eventually, like, imagine my business. I can't just send 10,000 messages a day. So eventually I'll get a spam block. So then you move to ads in Facebook Ads Manager so that when they click an ad, it pops open in your DMs. That's why you do that.
Yeah. And like I said, full transparency, like I needed you on the phone because it's like the reason it's not that I'm mad I paid I want to invest because even me networking with you, it's like I want to go to Miami and like have you on the way where be like, hey, look, dumb, this is your thing. Like I mean, side note, it laughs when I like.
Did they set up a 1-to-1 with you or no? Like, what does it say? Like, did you?
He said he would be open to doing that, a 1-to-1, or he would be open for you doing a 1-to-1 with me. Like, I don't care if you use it for content. I feel like I'm a perfect fit for.
And just set it up.
Yeah.
So just tell him that someone said you could do one.
Okay.
And we'll reach out to you and then we'll schedule a time and you can come down here. But bro, like, I'll be straight with you. Like, I'm going to tell you the same stuff I told you now. I'm happy to do it in more detail, but you're fine. You just need to go out and you do one of two things. You send a cold DM, and I have trainings on those and it sounds like you've watched them, or you boosted post, or you do a mix. And then you just rinse and repeat that until you make cash, and then you put more in, and then you make more, and then you put more in, and then you'll get to the next level, and then you worry about the next steps. But for now, you can do boosted posts until you're doing 25 grand a month. Like you're not there yet. So don't worry about anything else until you're there.
Yeah, and I had a feeling you'd say it. Like I said, again, like you're a good coach.
You just wanted to hear it. I get it, but yeah, you know what you to do. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna start digging with the shovel.
Okay.
I don't know if there's anything else. I took a bunch of notes because I don't feel like the call, like I said, I just want to be fully transparent with you. So I think I asked you everything I wanted to ask you. Yeah.
I'll send this call to her, so she'll see it. So they'll see what I told you. Tell her that said you could do a 1-to-1. Get that. We'll set that up. You can do the 1-to-1, and then just work your ass off in the program and ask a lot of questions. A big thing is just take tons of action and ask tons of questions.
What do you full transparency? Like, do I just ask them on the Slack, or the ecosystem is so big?
Did you get onboarded yet?
Yeah, I'm onboarded, and I even DM'd directly to where he's like, dude, you live in Arizona with me. Like, why are you before? I'm like, because bro, like I want your help. You guys are all really good. Like your coach is phenomenal job. You guys are all great.
So if your coach, then yeah, you just message. Are you in a pod? You should be in a pod, right?
I'm in a pod with her. Yep. And
yeah. Like what I did when I was in your shoes is I would take action. If I had a question, I'd post it quickly to my coach. If I wanted a faster answer, I'd go on Google, or I'd post it in the Facebook group, right? Because you're in the Facebook group, correct?
2 of them. I'm in, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 of them now.
So post in Elite CEO's Mastermind if you have a question, and you could either just post it or tag people, and then you just keep taking action. Like, so what I did when I was in your shoes is I would be like messaging people, taking calls. I had a question, I'd like post it, and then I'd go right back to like messaging, and then I would just check later. Like, I'm not sitting around waiting for people to ask questions, because as you take action, you're going to learn a lot. You're going to go, oh, this worked this time. This didn't work as well. They're there to help. But dude, I'll be straight with you. Like, you know what to do. So all you should be asking for help on is, hey, I said this, they said that, or hey, this happened on the call. What can I do different? Or you don't need, there's no strategy they're going to tell you that you need to hear. Like, all you need help with is the specifics, the particulars. What to say, how to say it, when to say it. What do I say to this question? How do I respond? That stuff. You don't need, there's nothing else they're going to tell you to do. Like, it's cold DMs or boosted posts. Pick your poison or mix it, and then rinse and repeat until you hit your desired income, quit your job. Then you're going to have more time. So you'll be like, holy fuck, this is even easier because I'm doing it full time. And then once you get to around, I'd say 20 or 25K a month, then you make your next pivot. But at that point, you're going to be at a different coaching level or something of that nature. Go ahead.
So like, should I change my price point? So like, if I sell it, it's 3,200 for 4 months. If my girl takes it over, I'll knock it down to like 1,800 or 2 grand because I
When you
monitor
say
her.
you're a girl, that's the coach, yes?
No, my legit my girlfriend, like my
Right, no, but is she when you I don't know what you mean by that. Like she's the coach, or you say like they work with
yeah,
you?
I make her the coach. Like she's a trainer too, but I'm trying to
Yeah,
get her out.
so I mean, bro, the rule of thumb is I say 3,200 for 4 months because when I was selling it, that's what seemed to be the best price point. But it's up to you. If you're like, if you've seen my price objection training, right?
Of course, dude, I watch everything.
Yeah.
It's
So
not
then the answer to your question is it doesn't matter what price you say, does it?
that, dude. No, it doesn't.
Want
That's
to
why.
sell it, you want to sell it at the highest price. Now, I stopped around 3,200 because I saw, hey, if I sell it below 3,200, I get too many yeses. It's too easy, which tells me it's too cheap. When I go above 3,200, it usually gets too hard. But that's dependent on different people. I have some people who they'll sell at 4 grand or 5 grand. It just, you fill it out. And if they say they don't have the cash, you just go through the price objection. It's like, got it. Is there anything besides the price? No, it's just the price. Da, 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 da. You've seen it, right?
I used it just before we got in a call just now. But last thing is on the boosted post. I know you're gonna send me this clip. I'm always
You're good.
making.
You're good.
So can I target? Because that's the big thing too. I've noticed whether it's been the Facebook ads manager or me boosting, it's like the quality. So like I saw on your boost, correct me if I'm wrong, you had different audiences. Like, or I saw on your training with the guy from New York who had a bland personality. Like you were telling him like he was he was like making you mad and you kept telling him the same thing. You're like, dude, like when you go to this, like edit this, because that's like he was claiming he was getting bad leads. I saw on your boosted post even on Instagram. How are you getting the target audience to be like what you want so you're not getting broke people on the phone?
Yeah,
That's
so
my
there's no perfect way to do it. So like in this part here,
yep.
you just have to pick stuff where you think wealthy people who don't have wealthy people who want to lose weight will do. So for example, I'll target Gary Vee sometimes because entrepreneurs like Gary Vee and entrepreneurs have money.
Yep.
I'll target, you know, high income net worth because I'm hoping high income net worth works. There's no way to know 100%, but you have to understand people will sometimes always blame the audience. It's two sides to the coin. So the first one, how good your ad is, right? If your ad resonates, more people will click. Number two is then Facebook just kind of goes, okay, we're going to throw it out to these people. So you can't control quality 100%. So that's why you want to kind of have averages. So for example, if you're spending $10 a day, my goal is like in a perfect world, you're getting like 10 comments or 10 followers, $1 per person, right? Per lead. It may not be that good. You might get $3 per lead. And then that would tell you either A, it's not a good audience or it's not a good ad.
That's okay. Then that leads me to one of my last questions is that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've seen my social media. Like I said, I think it was you DMing most of the time, but I know sometimes you have your team DM me because, like I said, I don't even know how you do your schedule. Like I said, don't feel bad about yesterday. I was like, bro, enjoy yourself with the Miami Heat game. Like, who gives a?
Yeah, I mean, they just didn't tell me, and I don't take calls on Sundays, so it just should have been off.
Like I said,
And then because no one told me, I had no context, so I didn't know what you were talking about.
Even it was funny because like I told my girl, I'm like, because I obviously do this for purpose. So I'm like, dude, if I had as much money as Tanner, like I don't even know if I would do this anymore. Like, because I know your personality, and like when I watch your training, sometimes like the people frustrate you because you'll tell them what to do and they like don't listen. You're like, bro, you're right in front of me. I made 70 million.
It's all good, bro. I don't mind. I mean, I want to help people. So yeah, so what I would do is like I see you have content here. So what I would do is start like, I mean, I can see your stuff.
Because the reason I was asking to interrupt you is like I know it's a lot of basketball and stuff too. Or
yeah, so what I would do is like if you want fitness clients, start posting more fitness content. You don't need to do a lot. Like just bro, like just I would make your 9 posts that people see when they come to your page, fitness based. Do one of them as your 5 guys.
Yep.
Pin it to the top and then boost that. And then that's where I would start. Have a 5 guys, pin it to the top and boost it. And then all you really need, dude, is at least like do 9 different posts about fitness. And then you don't need to do any content for a while. Like people freak out about content and it's just not that big of a deal.
The lady you had on your YouTube, you're like, why are you spending an hour a day on content? I told my girl that too. I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, I just was asking you that, like, for the 5 guys post or like, because I'm assuming.
Yeah, but that stuff how long does that take? You could do that in 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's 10
Oh, like I'm telling you, it's the same thing. People come on the calls and they're like, what do I, it's like more messages, more calls, You'll make more sales. Then guess what you do? What do I do now? Spend more money. So you get more messages, more calls, more sales, and then you rinse and repeat. And then once you're at a high enough level and you're like, oh, I'm making a lot of money, then you can start hiring. Then we can start learning Facebook ads. Then we can start doing funnels. But right now, bro, with 4 to 5 hours, you should be making unless you have a messaging or a sales issue, which is a skill, which you might need to learn. You can be raking in a lot of cash, like, and you're in a good position because you're still making about 7K a month. You said your expenses are 4,500. So you make a little bit of profit. So you're in a great spot. Like there's nothing stopping you besides you. That's it. So the more work you put in, the better you'll get, the faster it will happen. And then you rinse and repeat. So it's really up to you. And there's really no pressure because I mean, you sound like you've been watching everything and doing everything. So now it's just time to do the work. That's it.
Yeah. It's just, like I said, I just feel the pressure. Cause like I said, I took steps back, and it's just been frustrating. Cause like, this has been like my whole life is just building this company. Like I've worked with Ishmael for the Suns, and I should have been doing online sooner. Cause like, this, like, I mean, you're well off already, but like the world's changing. Like in-person training, it's dying. It's dead.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's also just like, it's just like, yeah, you don't want to do it for it, but bro, like, yeah, I think it's great that you want to excel, which is why you feel pressure, but it's not, if you do the work, it's not if it works, it's just when. That's it.
yeah, I just think
I've done this 100 times. I've seen this a million different ways. If you do the work, you will get results. The only factor in how fast it happens is how good you are. So like we have a client in our group, he tries really hard, but he's not very good at sales. And so he has to do a lot more reps. And I told him that I was like, you're just not that good and you got to do more reps, and that's okay. But based on your background and the little I know about you, if you're done in-person training, you've worked with some professional athletes, you must be pretty good at speaking. You sound like you've watched a lot of videos. So just go do the work. That's it. Like start the boosted post, start the combos, get them to the call, close their rinse and repeat, start putting more money into it. And then after a while, you're going to go, I'm making more money doing this than the in-person. And then you switch over and then you're really going to go, holy. And then from there, you can really grow the business. But you can't move full time until it replaces your income. So like move your ass. And it's not going to take that many clients, bro. Like it shouldn't.
Yeah, I've only had, like, full disclosure, so I've only taken like 5 sales calls, and I've already closed like 3. Like I said,
Hey, so I mean, bro, yeah, you're answering all your own questions. Stop doubting yourself. You know what to do. Go do the work. You know what to do. And I don't know why you're stressed out. Like you seem super stressed or anxious. Like you know what you're doing. So go do it.
Yeah, full disclosure, like the stress and anxiousness comes from like I should have done this before, and like I'm not used to, again, like I feel like I resonate with you so much because like the shit you'll say about college football and basketball, like that's all the stuff I went through. So like for me, like I told my dad, it's like, Dad, like I need to be rich, or for me, I'm a broke failure. Like, does that make sense? Like that's where the
but then you'll be rich because you'll go until you're rich, and that's how I was.
Yeah,
bro. It's like you're in a good position. Like you have all control. You're not going to be homeless. You're making plenty of money to stay alive. You're in the program now. You know what to do. You've closed 3 out of your first 5 sales calls. So just do the work. This is like going to the gym. It's like you come in on the call. You're like, yeah, I got my new diet plan. I got my workout plan. I'm going to the gym. It's like, great. Then you're going to win. So stop stressing. It's not if, it's when, and that's it.
So I just need to hear that too, because like I said, I'm just like, obviously I am. I don't like you sound like me where, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but like you felt like you overachieved as a Division 1 athlete. Well, I was the white boy in basketball. It's like I didn't dunk till I was 19. And I just like always, I feel the need to like, I have to achieve this. Like I can't waste this opportunity because I feel like the time to get rich is running out for this.
Man, it's like, I mean, how old are you?
I'm 29.
Dude, it's not running out. It's just, but I mean, it doesn't really matter either way. Like you're 29, you're in this situation, you came to the right place, you have the process, so just do it. And that's it. It doesn't matter what you tried in the past, or this person said that, or it doesn't matter. It's spilled milk. Who gives like, and to be frank, when you die, no one's gonna care anyways. No one's gonna go, oh yeah, I remember he didn't start making money until he was 29. No one cares. Right? So again, like you're in a good spot. Like you're being really hard on yourself, which is fine. I think that's a great attribute of people who end up being successful, but it's 100% in your control.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what anyone says at this point. It doesn't matter how many more videos you watch. You know what to do. You don't need to watch any more videos. You don't need to do any more content. You don't need to like just go do the work. That's it.
What's your next goal, man? Like I said, besides like, taking people like me and doing all the you've done, like I told like I hope you do really like know that you are making an impact because to be honest, Tanner, I didn't buy from you like 3 years ago because your lifestyle was different with your ex-girlfriend. And then like you kind of like I know you went through some personal stuff which I just really resonated with. So like what's your I know you're smiling, but I'm being serious. Like
Oh,
I
you're
used to
good.
like your and then
Thanks.
like you went through that tough spot. You were posting some videos of like I was like, damn, like is he okay? Like what's going on? Like but then like your
Yeah.
content changed. And I was like, oh, I was like, why did I not work with this guy from like the beginning? So
Yeah, I mean, but dude, yeah, it doesn't, it's all good. My goals are like, I just want to keep building businesses and developing as a person and just be all I can be and just do big shit. So I have some other companies I'm working on right now. But yeah, man, I mean, I don't know. Like I like just pushing myself. There's really nothing in particular, but I have some other companies I'm building behind the scenes and you'll probably know when those come out. But yeah.
yeah, I
But
just
dude,
want
yeah, here, go ahead.
no, I just wanted to ask about you because I know like I'm anxious. I'm like someone's like Tanner, give me the answer, but it's like I feel bad because I'm assuming this is probably whatever your 10th call today, and like I said, I
Oh,
know you
it's fine. Like,
got a lot
dude,
going on.
it's fine, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I want to be here. You paid money. You're working hard. You don't have to keep apologizing. Like, you don't. You're
yeah,
good. Like,
but
I'm
yeah.
happy to be here.
I feel like I'm kind of like you, and I mean like that in like a nice way, where like I kind of get to a point where like I'm a too, and I feel like a lot of people ask like just dumb questions that they don't listen. So I also want to be like appreciative of your time because it's like I don't like when my athletes or
Fine.
people ask me
It's
stupid
fine. Just like, just go and do what I told you to do.
questions.
And make your way and you're not that far away if all you have to make is 7 or 8 grand a month. You can do the math. So for example, if you had a client, let's say on average you're selling a $3,200 program, and
Yep.
let's say on average you get $800 down, you can do the math. So you just take 7,600, you divide by 800, you're like, I need this many clients to quit my job, and then just do the math. And so what will happen too is if you track how many DMs you send out and then how many it takes to get a call and then how many calls you need to close, you realize that you can literally statistically go, okay, it takes me this many messages and this many calls to get a client, and I had to spend this much money to get this many messages. And then that's how you know how much money to spend. You scale your business. A lot of people, they overcomplicate business. It's numbers. There's no emotion at all. It's 100% logical. It's 100% statistical. Excuse me. It's easy. It's easy. And once you see that, your confidence will go through the fucking roof because you go, holy shit. So if I do this if I double this, I'm gonna get double the leads and I'm gonna get double the sales. It's super simple, bro. Like
Yeah,
it's not that hard. The thing that people aren't good at is they overthink or they don't do the work. That's
yeah.
it. And so, because if you do the work, if you suck or you're not that good at the skills, you'll get better. And if you do the work and you are good at the skills, guess what? You'll get the result. So you win either way.
Also, I have ADHD, so I have to ask: did the nerdy dad who's like 50, did he end up signing up for your 16-month like 16K program? And the full transparency, not to be mean, I didn't think he was gonna like do very well, but like you convinced him really well. It was like
I don't know. Was it like a sales call review?
it was a dude. You just put it on YouTube. Did your team put it up for you? Like
Yeah,
he was from Canada.
I don't put it up. I can look.
He was from Canada, and like you had to convince him. And like I hated to be like I told my girlfriend, I got mad. I'm like, if this guy can succeed, like he has like he didn't even sound like a trainer. He's like, well, I put some stuff on TikTok, and I thought maybe I'd be good at this. I'm like, brother, like you what? Like you put some stuff on TikTok? He like kind of frustrated you, but you like kept talking him through it. You were so
I don't
nurturing.
know, man. To be frank, I don't know. But if I put it on there, he'd probably close because if it was a team training, I mean, I want to show him how to win. I'm not showing him like I'm not usually showing him stuff not to do. I want to keep reinforcing, hey, this is how it needs to sound. That's usually how I want to train. So probably, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, and then last thing, like I said, just the boost posts 10 a day, and then just put a blank black and white.
Doesn't
Look for
listen. It
5
doesn't have to be 10 a day. I just gave you an example, but it's as much as you want.
Yeah.
It's as
And
much as you want. The only downside is if you spend too much and you're not good, you're gonna blow more cash, right? But if you're confident or it's too slow, just up it a little bit. Just say, hey, I didn't get a lot of leads today, and up it more. That's all.
And you'll send me the little five, because that's the one thing I really haven't gotten from the team yet is like that little, I don't know what you were looking at from the five guys post. I forget what
I'll
it was.
send you this, I'll send you this recording as well. And then I'll send you the some PowerPoint slides, and it has it in there. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, actually, now that I remember, it was like I think you did close him, but I just didn't know. It was just funny because you basically talked him into a sale like super logically, which I appreciated. But I was like, dude, this guy has no idea what he's doing for training. But it was just
Yeah,
cool to see close him.
I'm super logical. I'm a logical seller. I don't do as much emotion. I just A plus B is C, 2 + 2 is 4. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, I watch your stuff, so it was funny. So just hopefully like you and your team will keep putting out, because I mean, like I don't know how you don't have more than 100K subscribers. It's like what? Like
It's just a volume. I mean, I just started. It's a volume thing. There's also stuff with editing and stuff. I mean, I'm in it for the long haul, bro. I don't care. Like it'll come. You know what I mean? So I'll just keep putting out good content, and I'll get
well,
there.
at least if you take it from me, someone who like never bought your program and like regretted it, like your content is like it's above like a lot of those guys. Like, because I live in Arizona with the and all them, like your
Yeah.
content's better. Like they're just posting shit and like it's a snippet of 30 seconds. Yours is like, hey, I'm gonna actually show you and hold your hand on how to build this for your business. Like that's
Yeah.
valuable information.
Yeah.
So
Dude, I'm
like
glad it
Brad,
helps. Like I said, I'm glad it helps. I'm glad we got to connect. I'll send you over this video, and you're with me, right?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so I'll let her know. I'll give her an update on stuff, and I'll send you the PowerPoint slides, and I'll tell her to send you this video, etc. And then yeah, man, just go out there, do the work. Don't overthink it. I told you exactly what to do. All you should be doing is messaging or getting on sales calls, and then once you make enough cash, you keep just reinvesting back into ads, and then once you make more than you do at your full time, you go full time on this, and then from there it'll be really easy. Because when you go from 4 to 5 hours a day part time, and you're doing a full time job that mentally taxes you, and then you go full time, dude, it's super easy, super easy.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said is like you made me have a lot of realizations, like just because like the in-person training's way harder, and that's actually me. We don't even need to get into it. It's a waste of time for me to say.
Good, you're good, bro. But it's like the before I wrap up, just you're in it, you're okay, man. Like you're
Yeah,
okay. There's nothing wrong with you. You didn't do anything wrong. You're totally fine. You can still be super successful, make a ton of money. Like you're good. Like you're fine. So I think don't overthink it. Don't stress yourself out. Just do the work. That's it. Just
yeah,
do it and stop. Like you're not, there's nothing wrong with you. You didn't do anything wrong. You're not stupid. You didn't figure it out too late. You're not running out of time. Like, bro, you're 29. You're fine, dude. You're fine.
yeah. I appreciate that. Like I said, I just like I know what you do for a living and stuff. So like I said, I don't want to be one of those people. I
You're
know what you're
not.
saying.
You're not. I
Yeah,
don't think you are at all. Like I went from 25 years old to I just turned 32. You know, I went from 0 to 100 million in sales. So if you're 29 and you turn 35, no one's gonna be like, oh, this guy's only 35 and he's super. You're totally fine, dude. Like you're good.
but
Everyone.
you relate. Like I said, you to interrupt you. Like you get where I'm at. Like where people like I was talking to one of my rich clients who owns a restaurant. It's like
Yeah.
people don't like people that aren't like me and you. Like that's why I get mad when I see some of the YouTube clips of people you train. I'm like, bro, it's like, do you not want it? Like the guy on the call you had where he's like, well, I don't know if I want to do more than 10K. It's like, well, then I guess just stay broke. Like I don't know
Yeah,
what you.
most don't. Most don't. So if you actually want it and you do the work, you'll get there, bro. Most people don't have the desire. So you have desire. That's the most important thing. The skills will come. It's just reps and time. That's it. So
Yeah,
yeah, again, just like even for this call, like we spent an hour, you would have been better off messaging people and getting phone calls. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So no more, you don't need any more content. You don't need funnels. You don't need pixels. Just go do the work. If you have a question, you ask or you post in the Facebook group, and then you go back to working and just do that. And that's, you can't avoid the work. That's why when people say you can't avoid the work, what they're actually saying is people will be making content or watching YouTubes and all that stuff. They're like, oh, I've been working all day. It's like, you haven't done, you're not working at all. Right? That's
I'm gonna,
it.
but yep, till my thumbs bleed and my girl's like, bro, like just chill, like stop messaging. It was 9:30 p.m., dude. I'm in the bed. I'm like, and I'm shifting it to my VA because I'm like general, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, but dude, all this energy you're taking with like all the stuff you said on this call, just take that energy and put it into the work.
Yep.
And then it will work. You know, like you can stress all you want. It doesn't make the results come faster. So just relax, do the work your ass off, and then the results will come no matter how much you stress. It's not going to make it any faster. Just do the work.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Like I said, have a good night, man. I appreciate you, and hopefully we'll set.
All right, man. I'll see you. Work hard. Bye.